say we bowl for a star here, Dave?
No new star today.
Nope.
John to fire first.
And a punch out.
Both these bowlers put up probably some of their best games on 11 and 12.
Oh!
That's worth a replay. That's worth a replay.
It's finals. We got time for that.
It's fine. That's worth a replay. Of course, now I can't change that.
That's okay. And the squeeze and the... Oh.
You're definitely finals territory. Don't forget, Matt was in the roll-off this morning, so he's
So this let's think. This is game 10 for him. Yeah, 3 bracket, 5 match play, 1 roll-off. So Matt in his 10th game. Matt going for Pop Witten star number 4. I can say confidently every single star he has won has been on duck pins forever.
I think even Pro Tour stars he's won have all been on the
strike.
Oh,
He is the original Duck Pins Forever champion from Mount Airy 2021. Another opening strike for Matt. The last 2 times.
This is worrying.
The last 2 times in the bracket he opened with a strike, he turned him into a triple. So let's see what he does here.
I'm making out with my ball.
I wouldn't want to here. It's pretty dirty. And the smooch. And the delivery for the opening double. Matt says no.
I don't think I can change it. Just let it play out.
I wouldn't. Open frame for Matt counts 7. Now has to throw away from the object pin to hold the wood. Unless he wants to get awful courageous. He'll play safe and take the 9 out.
John did 10. That's my bad.
All right. Frame 2. John going for star number 13, which puts him squarely in second place, right? Isn't he tied for second place? Or is he squarely in second place right now?
I'm trying to think. He's ahead of Walt, behind Richie, or no, it's Bernie.
Because I think Bernie has 14, right?
Yeah.
So I think this is John getting 1 away from Bernie if he wins. 2-4.
Got it.
He yelled no. For those of you who don't know why he would do that, DeAntoniis have a habit of picking 2-pinners because they're very accurate on the object pin.
Yeah, there's so many people we got out there while we're waiting.
We got quite a few, I think.
I don't think that's updating. I think I need to go here. Aw, you don't want to watch John Ball? Come on.
Here the ball's coming back. There's one in the ball return. Here it comes. All right, John DeAntoniis, spare fill.
Oh, no, he didn't.
What did he do?
I thought he pulled it.
Can we watch that again? You want to tell me exactly where in this shot he pulled it?
I thought that ball was moving further right.
Yeah, I think you're wrong. It's been a long day.
It's fair. I didn't think it was going to hit as well as it did, and it hit very
Look, they're
well.
still falling.
Well, that's because they've always been falling on 11. We give 11 every time you throw a ball on 11.
That's how you make them score well. You just... Yep. Wayne's actually still got the file sticking out of his back pocket. That's true. We got some housekeeping on lane 12, though.
Yeah. Get on the backswing. No.
Come on, Wayne. You can run down there. There's no oil.
Something have to run down and get that.
All right.
What was the question of the Jeff Piles question? I mean...
37.
It's gonna...
37 years. housekeeping out of the way. Matt leaving the single 10.
It'd be tough.
He will just take it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure when he let go of that ball. It's always tough to tell with him on this house because of how much bite there is.
Right, and
Just
he
lay it down in the gutter.
but I think he flattens it out a little bit for the 10 pin. Now remember, as is usual, yep, you make sure we can see it on camera. In between frames, Matt does go to the water bottle and to the score sheet. He will do that every single time he is up the bowl, even between the 9th and 10th. Now, if he strikes in the 10th, I don't think he takes a trip to the bottle, but we'll see. Spare fill. Wide right. 4.
Oof. Hey, converts it.
Matt, a bad count, but a great recovery shot as he spares that 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. Now, John in a interesting spot here. He's on a strike fill, even through 3. He's got the count, but he's opposite of spare, can double. Speaking of double wood. Counts to 2-8. There's just a lot of ways that this frame can go. You get a bad count, then you're like, oh my god, I feel like I'm losing. Or you can get a double, and you're like, oh man, I'm really in control.
Just hit that pin, take your 8.
Well done, Dave.
I've thrown enough balls at that here. I knew what I was doing.
I think you meant 5-7, if I'm being honest. You didn't mean 4 or 5.
Not at all. I meant that too.
You meant 5-7.
I meant the 5 and any other pin in this house.
Okay, including the 3-9, which we're already gone. Pinland would find a way. Gone through the hole.
Field goal.
56. See, and that's what I mean. Like right now he's stepping up to the 5th. Like, oh, now I feel like I'm trailing. Whereas if you catch a double in that situation, you're like, oh wow, I'm like in a good spot in this match. So now the objective becomes put a mark up here in the 5th, kind of give Matt something to think about.
Oh no. Alright, that's not too much damage done.
Since he kept it on the lane, I think you heard that at home. Didn't like that release at all.
Ring's phoning. Not gonna answer. Oh, so close.
Silenced it. Turned it off. John takes 9.
10.
10.
10. I'll just keep going over the wing. Or just it doesn't matter. Alright, that blows through the middle there for 7. Picks 1 off. Well, if he gets one of these pins, you know what we have here?
A tie.
Tie game. 6 to 6 in the 5th.
What a
5 frames down, it was like, shouldn't even just started.
5-frame game.
Are there tournaments that do 5-frame roll-offs?
The
Are there any more?
no. So
Okay.
the MITs in youth,
So I
I remember had a 5-frame roll off, and we were all like, why?
So I remember that.
But yes, it was a 5-frame roll off, like starting in 6, which is where we are now. There we go. Strike for Matt to start the second half.
That was a juicy little rebound off the side. A very heavy hit. Alright, see if John can match.
No way.
Wow.
Replay that.
Did you really want me to?
Yeah, what a terrible break.
I mean, I don't think you could throw that ball much
That
better
two
than
pin, a 2-pin went off the wall, took the 4 out, and they went right between the 7-8. Made the wall. Nice try. All right. Headed to the 7th frame. It will be advantage Matt Buckingham. 10 for John. Tie game. Matt up a hit. John waiting on a ball to come back. Here it is. Making sure he has that spare ball ready. There it is.
That's good.
Solid 5-9 for John. Ball looked solid. Hit a little flat. John, yes. Spare in the 7th. John's spare claps, if you will. That was for the double there, Matt. This is a tough shot. Especially with the angle his ball comes in. The 8-pin is going to be the tough pin to get out of there.
His ball might be okay if he shoots this inside. Normally I shoot this outside all the time. So I try to get left side of the 2-pin. With his ball, he might be able to get inside the 1-5, the 2-5.
All right. 2-5-8 for Matt.
Big shot here.
No.
Light.
So Tucker makes it from 54, Dave.
Of course he does.
But not from 40 feet.
You're on broadcast and all that. You throw my phone again, it's gonna be a problem.
I didn't know you were sitting there. My bad.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't matter if I'm sitting here or not. You shouldn't come shit. I'm down there anyway.
Alright, wait for that ball to come back. Matt up 9 pins, but down a hit, so
Pretty much
basically even game.
Nice ball. Leaves a 9. There you
Got
go.
it. Alright, see if John can cover.
You looking at these doors over here?
No, he's looking at the beer.
All right, close game. John on spare fill. 9 spare would even the game up.
I'm sure he doesn't grab his.
Oh no. 6. That's not an easy one.
Hey, maybe somebody's hungry. Rolling it out there, guys.
Man, just crunch that head pin, see what happens.
He's gonna eat again. Okay? I'm not saying it. Babies should be.
A little too much crunch.
So it's going to be advantage Matt headed to the last 2. John with a 9 there. 4-pin lead for Matt and a hit.
It's cool, man. It's gonna get way cooler. You gotta move. You are awesome. How much do you weigh? my 3-roll. 30. Plus, but my killed it. You know, it was a year or so now. My kid used to fast. Now he's. Oh, wait.
Ninth frame. Very light. Leaves the 9. It's makeable.
That was a very lucky break. There's a lot of ways that could have gone poorly. Got it. And both bowlers on hits. John are Matt with a frame extra to work with here. Down 6 pins. Give a slight advantage to Matt from here.
Spare fill for Matt. Pretty good.
Ooh, 9.
Breaks 9. Gives him a lead 114 to 101.
Got it.
All right, that's a big spare.
Up 13 pins, both bowlers on hits.
Yep, so John's max is 151. 8 spare strike, 9 spare 9 are always... Matt can get there. 8 spare strike, 9 spare 9. See what he does here. Big count and a big mark can shut John out. Oh, 8.
What's going on in the rounds?
Who would want to know?
What do you have on the ring?
Great.
Yeah.
All right, this is a big pin. This is a very big pin. This pin here. He misses it. Now let me explain what that means. Matt shoots 141. John DeAntoniis must strike on this ball, but does not have to double. Strike spare, we have a tie. First ball from
It's on
John
lane 12.
on lane 12 must strike. Got it. Now, this is a very interesting ball coming up here, David. John must strike again to win the game in regulation. If he spares, we go to bonus bowl.
Strike to win outright? Well,
Anything-
striking a pin.
Anything less than a mark, then Matt wins. This is it. For the win. Off the side, it's a 2-pinner. He leaves the 1-3 2 frames. If John spares, we have a 2-frame roll-off. And David, for the second time in Duck Pins Forever history in the championship match, don't go anywhere. We got bonus bowling. We have 2 lifetime overtimes in Duck Pins Forever history. Both of them, John DeAntoniis threw the final ball. It was a massive pin.
You weren't wrong.
I know. Now, for those of you that haven't seen this in a while and forget how this works, John now switches to the left lane and starts the 2-frame overtime. He bowls one frame on lane 11, sits down. Matt bowls a frame on 12 and then a frame on 11. It's like they're bowling the 9th and 10th, so we're going to start keeping score in frame 9 all the way on the right side of the scoreboard. This is effectively the 11th and the 12th frames of the match, starting at 0-0, but it scores like the 9th and 10th. Here we go. Double dribble, 4, 7, 8, 10 for John DeAntoniis. Ironically, his first frame, his first shot of overtime, the last time he was in overtime, also a 6 count. Although that one was a little easier.
Yeah, this one was a little more. That ball bounced pretty badly on him.
4, 7, 8, 10 can play the slide shot or can squeeze it off the wall. That's the worst case scenario.
Yeah, that was the one thing he didn't want to do. He'd almost rather miss it entirely than do that.
You're not wrong. John, 7 box. That is not good. Matt in the 11th.
Heavy?
Leaves the 4-pin. Matt can put together 2 spares. We're going to use the first one?
No.
9th and 10th, right?
Yep.
Matt's got the spare. Matt can put 2 spares together in the 11th and 12th frames here and win the game.
Idiot.
So he needs to fill 18, really. So 8 spare strike, 9 spare 9, strike 8 count are all ways to do it. If he gets those, John won't even need to bowl. Oh,
I thought that ball was going to be trouble.
and how big is the count? He's going to let this spin because this count is really important. Really, really important. Letting it spin can make a massive difference in who wins or loses games.
Yeah, but now he has to make both his pins.
He has to make both pins, but he probably wasn't making the 5, 7, 10 anyway. If he makes the 7 and the 10, it forces John to mark.
That's like a 1.
Not good. This is still a big pin though, because if he hits this, it's 10 to. It's a 20 box to tie.
All right.
Okay. Matt finishes with 27. John needs a 20 in the 10th again to put us into a Duck Pins Forever first double overtime. It has not happened yet, but out of all the times we've gone to overtime, this is the best chance for it to happen. He has 7 out. He needs 20 in the 10th.
I don't think
To
they both
tie-
tie. I think they only bowl 1.
No, it's 2 frames again.
It's 2 frames again?
Yes.
Okay.
The process starts over.
I know some they go from 2 to 1.
Give me balls. Give me balls.
I think they're all in back. So they should be watching. I think they're all in back, so they should be watching.
He's getting balls. There it is. Big boy.
Yeah, a bit of delay here with the balls getting stuck, but basically, let's just put it this way: if John does not strike on the first ball, he has to convert whatever is left and then strike on the fill shot. So, in order to even stay alive in this, he must strike at least once. If he strikes twice, first and second balls of the 10th, game's over. He'll win, provided he keeps the 3rd ball on the lane. Here we go.
Oh. Ooh. Dust 9 off the deck.
History repeats itself, David. Rock solid 4.
He just dusted 9 straight off the deck.
We have been here before. John needing a strike to have a chance to win first ball of the 10th leaves a solid 4. He has to have it.
Ooh.
And he does but barely. Now must strike on the fill to make history and send us to double overtime. I think this is the first time this has ever happened. Ball in hand, bottom of the 12th, strike for double overtime. Lip, off the lip. Are you kidding me? You gotta be kidding me. What a way to make history. John DeAntoniis, backdoor strike off the lip, lets it spin, and we are headed to the 13th frame for the first time in Duck Pins Forever history. David, wipe it clean. Let's do it again. Mark, just one?
Yeah,
One?
that's what I thought. I thought it was just one frame.
What? Okay, so I stand corrected. This is just a single frame. There are no hits. There is no counts to fill, nothing. It's just a 10th frame, 0-0. John DeAntoniis, top of the 13th. Oh, through the middle. Has to get every possible pin. If he gets a 10 box, Matt has to mark to win. That's a good second ball. Now it gets 3 more here. And Matt will need a mark to win. 10 box can tie again. John. Oh no. Leaves the 10, has a 9 box in the 13th. John DeAntoniis finishes with 9. Matt Buckingham, 3 balls to get 10 to win the star. Does he have it? He's got it. Game over. Matt Buckingham calls game in one shot. The first, only, maybe last, who knows, bowler to win a star in 13 frames.
Well, that was an exciting finish.
Phew. Got our money's worth in the final match for sure. 10 frames wasn't enough, and for the first time ever,
Double
12
bonus
frames
going.
wasn't enough. We went to double overtime, basically a sudden death 10th frame. Matt Buckingham wins it. Still heart rate going a million. This would be a good time to ask him this. So, how does it feel to be the first ever 13 frame winner in Duck Pins Forever history?
13 frames plus also a roll off this morning. Probably the most balls I have to throw for a pot win.
Yeah, so you had the extra game this morning. So that was basically your 10th game and then some extra at the end. So going into that 10th frame, you leave the first 10th frame. That is.
First,
You leave was it the 9-10?
the 9-10, yeah.
And then that third ball slides by,
Yeah.
opening up the possibility to a tie. And I saw it right away. You get to overtime. What's starting to go through your mind in overtime?
And the first thing, like I saw John at a 7 box, so I was like, okay, just gotta, as long as I get to 28, because I know he's gonna, there's no guarantee he's gonna throw a mark in the second. There's no doubt about it. So it's like, get to 28, force at least a double. But unfortunately, I kind of the same scenario again. I make a single, leave the almost a 5, 7, 10, but that 5 got away and got an 8 count, which turns out to be bigger than I was thinking. Then
yeah, thank you for letting it spin.
Always for letting it spin.
Yeah.
And then whiffed on the 7 pin and then just made it, and of course got 27, but John's been in these scenarios a million times, so of course he got 20 on it again for a third roll off.
Yeah, so John was also featured in our first ever championship match overtime, and of course he's now in the second. But just a crazy finish. You know, he carries the backdoor strike, but you step up in the 13th, needing 10 and 3 balls. What's going through your mind to bury it?
And to me, I'm just like, I don't want to shoot anything on the third ball. Let me just ripper strike here. And luckily, it was a strike.
Right. quick and dirty, get it over with. Matt, on camera handshake, winner in 13 frames for star number 4 on the Pop Witten.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations, Matt.
Thank you.
Go catch your breath.
Yes.